Hey guys, I'm doing a little video check-in while I'm doing an afternoon walk. Grabbing some water and some coffee and things like that, but New Year's goals is the big focus for a lot of people, so I figured I would check in and share my own right now. The big goal for me is just to take care of the vessel. You cannot pour water into other glasses or activities or other people if you are not full yourself. That is just, it's biblical, it's spiritual, it just holds true. And so my goals, well, really center around adding in just more lower level activities like walking to clear my head. I get, a lot of the responsibilities of my daily life, leading other people. My training doesn't take a back burner, but the last few months it did. Expecting a kid, really committed in a relationship to building a life, and so I put myself pretty last because that's what I feel like men should do for the most part when things are real. But at the same time, you have to take care of yourself. So right now, to double down on my commitment to my overall health so I can be there to serve my people and to be right when the time's right to be with someone that is fitting for my life. Same values and a lot of things with that. I'm not going to go there. But the big thing is low level aerobic cardio. Really good for circulation. Bike riding for me is going to be a big one. Also, prioritizing my meditation in the morning. I do it, but I have been very lazy. And so just attempting to be a little more on point with my intention, my focus, to where I develop more focus and intention throughout my day. Other big thing is reading, getting back to reading more. I wouldn't say I lost that habit, I just got busy, fell in love, building a life, and you sacrifice for being around people and things that are leading towards what you want in life. So reading more in the mornings, that's a big focus. My breath work, my breath practices, and no, I'm not getting brownies, guys. I am actually grabbing water. All this good water here. Actually, not the selections I'd like, but sometimes you just gotta take what you can get. So my other goals: 3 weight training sessions a week, 30 to 40, 45 minutes is really all I need at this point right now while I'm leveling where I need to be. To go with that, other goals for me, connect closer and closer to source. If anything this has taught me, I think I've been on pretty good footing there, but you can always get stronger with your faith, and certain situations in life sometimes don't make sense with what happens and the outcomes, and that's not on us to discern. I've just learned that my big takeaway is you learn that love is a commitment. Love is not just a feeling, and when things get rough and trials, tribulations, that's where you should double down and work, not avoid the problem, even if they're actually really big problems. To some, one person could be, to the other, they couldn't see it. That's where communication and understanding that, hey, we're committed to loving each other, to building things. And this goes for any relationship. So obviously I might kind of be speaking about something that applies to any relationship you have in your life. So that communication, understanding, hey, I'm committing to loving you, loving this thing, what we have here. I'm committed to growing that as a whole. So really just learning to discern those things and look for that in the future, because that's paramount. You can't develop anything if you don't really sit down and really communicate and dive in and be very intimate with tough talks. And that looks different for each person, but concessions, sacrifices in order to be a unit always have to be made, and it's a trying thing. It's not a natural thing to always be able to see things from other people's points of view, but trying and being willing to do those things, that is the ultimate goal. And at the end of the day, you can only ever really in this life lead with a pure heart, pure intention. And that's one thing I've learned, and that's one thing I pride myself on, is I speak to the camera, I speak like this wherever I go. Whoever I'm working with, I try to be as pure and genuine as I can. And sometimes in life, I think being open and honest actually can be a negative, but it's actually going to bring you closer and closer to where you need to be. And that's what I've learned. And so a recap for me is Low level aerobic cardio. I'd say my blood pressure got a little high this last month. Nobody ever wants to actually lose a kid. You know, that's still pretty cutting. And doubling up on meditation, the focus and intention of it. Breathing exercises plays into that whole focus, regulation of my nervous system, my state of being. Weight training 3 times a week to 4 times, between 30 minutes to an hour, probably on the lower end right now, because I'm actually a little, I'd say, deconditioned for what I'm used to from the stress. And what else? Hydrating. Oh, Livy just got hydration. Hydrating a little better. And get to church at least once a week. Goal would be twice. I stayed in that mode, that mindset during this relationship, but I sacrificed my Sundays for time with my significant because our work schedules were weird. And so just learning to maybe always make that time. That's a non-negotiable in my life. What else? Goal-wise, goals, guys, goals. Let's see. That's the nuts and bolts of it. And to probably just be a little better with sleep. Sleep hygiene, getting to bed earlier, getting up earlier. It's something I'm always looking to do. Just late nights at the gym can make that tough. And so I know I dove in. Feel free to, if you listen this far, good for you. Pretty happy for you. I don't know if I'm saying much, but I think being intentional and trying to work towards goals are paramount in this world to improve ourselves so we can improve ourselves in relationship to others, because this is life's not just about us. Life is truly about our relationships at the end of the day. With our family, with our coworkers, the people we serve in our work, our significant others. You know, we may die alone, however you see the God source thing, you know, however that plays out for most of you. But our relationships are what we take, and that's really what we hold in our heart. And so being how you need to be as best as you can to meet another person, I'd say that's how we have to operate in this world. It's a collective thing. It's a compassion. It's an empathy thing. Seeing the person in front of you, trying to be in their shoes as best you can. That's every day in my line of work. Try to see where this person is, and then how can I use my toolkit to help you. And so I think if we all approach that with kind of the golden rule, treat others how you'd like to be treated, we fall short. But at the same time, if you're trying to see something through someone's shoes, I think we can go a long way in this world. So yeah, Billy rambled, Billy preaching, whatever. This video is going up. Take care, guys. Share your goals below.